What's up guys, today we're going to be going over two things. Firstly, how to riffle shuffle, and then we're going to teach you how to count cards. So I'm getting to counting cards because it's something cool to do. So I'll give you some quick tips on it. Okay, first thing, riffle shuffle. I've just started learning this, so yeah. So first thing you do, you want this grip here. So you see I've got my thumb on the top, got my middle finger on the bottom, and then I've got this finger on the back like that. I'm going to push forward so it's like this. And I just want to, just like that. That's the first step. You can have this other hand here just to hold it. Just like that. Okay. And then from there, you want to get it to the middle of the pack. Put this finger in, your pointing finger. And you're going to roll it over like this. Roll over that. Once you have it like this, same thing with the other hand. Okay, and you're just going to put them down and you're going to slowly release your thumb off each side. So it's going to, like that. And once you have it in your hands, like this, you can just slide them in. Another way you can do it, I still haven't got it down perfectly yet, but I will have it down soon. You want to get in the middle of the pack, and you want to just fold it in and then release it like that. So that's kind of how it's done. You can get a bit better. I'm still working on it. Okay, next thing. So that's how you can shuffle. It's actually, there's two main ways of shuffling. You can go like that. Also the underhand, which is a bit different. But if you do it this way, you need to do this about 1,000 times to get the deck completely shuffled. If you do the riffle shuffle way, you actually only have to do it about 7 times before you get the deck completely shuffled. So that's another cool thing. Okay, so now we're going to go over to how to card count. The first thing you need to know is that to card count, you need to keep something called a running count. A running count is basically tells you what the remaining pack of cards. So you'll usually have a couple pack of cards sitting here, and you'll be dealing out of the shoe, which you'll be dealing out of here, and you'll get your cards like so. Okay, it's going to tell you the composition of this pack in terms of higher and lower cards. Okay, so when you're playing and you see a high card come out, just say a high card comes out, then you want to you're going to decrease your running count by 1. Okay, if you see a low card come out, so like a 6, you're going to increase your running count by 1. If you see a middle card come out, so our low cards are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our middle cards are 7, 8, 9. And our high cards are the 10, King, Queen, Jack, and Ace. Okay? So 7, 8, 9, keep the running count the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to increase your running count by 1. And then 10, King, Queen, Ace, you're going to decrease your running count by 1. Okay? So as you're playing, you're going to be calculating it. So if these are my first 2 cards, well, the running count starts at 0. So I have high card, so it's going to go -1. Low card, it's going to go up 1, so this is going to be 0. So that cancels out. The other card was an 8, so this just keeps it 0. Okay, and if I have a 16 to an 8, basic strategy says, I'm pretty sure, let me check. Where is it gone? Where's it gone? There it is. Okay, so basic strategy, don't know if you guys learned this before. Basic strategy tells me that if I have a 16 against an 8, then I should always hit. So basic strategy is just basically gives, if you follow basic strategy, you'll have a 0.5% disadvantage to the dealer. Okay, this is the best you can get in blackjack. So we want to follow it, and then if we use card counting, we can then increase our advantage further in terms of winning money, not in terms of winning more. Okay, so I would hit this, as you can see. So our running count was 0 before. we just got a 4, so it's another low card, so it's going to go up to 1. And then my total was 20 there, so basic strategy says I should stand then. We look at the dealer's cards, where he's got 2 8s. Our running count stays the same because it's still an 8. And he's got to keep going until he's got 17, so he's got 16 right now, 2 8s. And he would bust, okay? So the dealer would bust off that. Again, it's a 7, so our running count would still stay as 1. Okay, so that would be that round done. We'll go through one more round just to give you one more example. So, dealer's cards, my cards. Okay, so our running count is still 1. We add this one, so low card is going to go up to 2. And we have a high and a low, so that's just going to keep the same, so 2. Okay, we've got 16 against a 5. If we look at our basic strategy, we see 16 versus a 5, we should stand. So we shouldn't do anything. Okay, dealer's going to turn over his cards. We've got another low card. So we were at 2, so now we're at 3. So our running count's 3 now. He's got 11, so he hasn't got 17 yet, so he's going to hit. He's get 21, so he's going to win that. The king comes out, so we've got, our running count was 3, so now it's 2. It's a high card. Okay, so basically the idea of this is that we can change our bets depending on what the running count is. If the running count is really low, so it's like negative 5 or something, we want to get out of there because we know there's not many high cards left in the pack. We don't want to be making big bets. When the running count's really high, like 10 or plus 16 or something like that, we want to be doing bigger bets, okay? In addition to this, if you want to get a little bit more technical, in order to determine our bet, we have a betting unit, so say $25, and then we have something called a true count. So the true count is the running count like we're talking about before, so like plus 16, whatever it is, and then you divide by how many packs of cards are left. So you have a look, there's approximately 2 packs of cards, our running count is plus 16, so we're going to go 16 divided by 2, our true count is 8. If our true count is 8, we then take 1 away from our 8, so we get 7, and we multiply it by our betting unit. So let's say our true count is 8, we subtract 1, we get 7, our betting unit was 25, so it's going to be 175, so we're going to bet $175. Okay, so it all depends on what your true count is, and that's dependent on how many cards you have left, or how many packs of cards you have left, and what your running count is. So if you do this, you won't win more. If you use basic strategy, you'll always have a 0.5% disadvantage. But if you change your bets depending on what the true count is, then you can make more money. That's the idea of it. Hope that helps.